What will happen to girls who choose a partner based solely on appearance? 3 minutes, one book. Today we read The Hunchback of Notre-Dame. In the realm of French literature, there once emerged a legendary genius. With nothing but an old, darkened Greek word carved in the corner of a wall, this genius wrote a 400,000-word epic novel. Upon its release, the book caused a sensation in literary circles and was soon hailed as a milestone in romantic literature. Even after 2 centuries, it still holds a place among the top 10 literary classics in the world. And this legendary genius was none other than Victor Hugo. His masterpiece that brought him worldwide fame was The Hunchback of Notre-Dame. The story centers on the spiritual journeys of several characters: Archdeacon Frollo, the bell ringer Quasimodo, the bohemian girl Esmeralda, and the poet Gringoire. It delves into the complexities of human nature, good and evil, beauty and ugliness. The moral struggles and desires portrayed in the book are undoubtedly reflections of our real world. In a sense, the love in The Hunchback of Notre-Dame is depicted as a tragedy. Let's begin with one of its most controversial figures, Archdeacon Frollo. His life story is shocking. He appeared to be the perfect man, hard-working, studious, a dutiful son who raised his younger brother, and a compassionate soul who adopted the outcast Quasimodo. His kindness seemed admirable, yet such an ambitious young man eventually strayed from his path. How tragic. Objectively speaking, physical attraction is part of love. Not everyone can accept a purely platonic relationship. Bound by the strict constraints of religious doctrine, Frollo suppressed his desires to the point that when they finally erupted, they became uncontrollable, leading him to commit terrible sins. Is that not the very definition of tragedy? The consequences of asceticism aren't always visible. Just as ancient Chinese women bound their feet to conform to beauty standards, Frollo too was transformed by social constraints from victim to perpetrator. Then there's Quasimodo, the infamous ugly man. He was extraordinarily loyal, almost to the point of madness. His loyalty to his adoptive father led him to help kidnap Esmeralda. His love for her made him kill that same father, and in the end his suicide was an act of repentance. Does Quasimodo have a good side? Undoubtedly, yes, but that goodness is driven entirely by emotion. Did he love Esmeralda? Also yes, but such an extreme, obsessive love could not possibly attract a 16-year-old girl, especially when his appearance made it impossible for her to entrust him with her life. Ultimately, even if Quasimodo were less hideous, in today's world he might still end up just being a good backup option. Many people tell me that this book is hard to read, and I say self-improvement is a tough process. Reading classics, especially the originals, is never easy, but the sense of accomplishment afterward is immense. Self-indulgence is simply choosing the path of least resistance. You can spend hours scrolling TikTok, letting the algorithm decide how your time is spent. But if you find The Hunchback of Notre-Dame unreadable, Maybe it's because you don't yet understand Paris or Notre Dame itself, and that's okay. You don't have to force yourself to read this one book. There are many other literary masterpieces that may suit you better. Some are more entertaining, like The Count of Monte Cristo. And finally, I'd like to end today's reading with a quote from the book. Everything changes, but human nature remains the same.